Hey guys, welcome back to Marriages Restored in Faith. My name is Ray.
Hi guys, my name is Dora. It is Sunday, February 9th, 2025. Sunday morning. And it's cold again. It's like really, really cold outside.
It said it's 37, I think it said, and it feels like 20 something because of the wind chill.
Yeah.
But I mean, what do you get whenever you keep spraying the skies? I know some people don't believe that, but that is true, and they've been actually telling us that that's what they're doing,
Yes.
and yet people don't believe it.
Mhm.
It's like somebody coming and telling you this is the color blue, and somebody says, no, it's not. And everybody knows it's blue, but
Yes.
That's
right.
So here we are. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. Yes, it is Sunday, and we are out here doing this on Sunday. We just thought we'd go ahead and share this with you, which is planned shortages and chaos. Um, we've been saying this for, I guess, since 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Because even before 2020, we would stock up on some water and just have extra water just in case. We didn't go all out and getting more extra items and
Right.
extra things.
No.
I did keep engine parts and other extra parts that I will keep just for the cost that I could use, and I would always need some extra parts. Well, now I actually tried to keep more extra parts, and I haven't done that great of a job to do it, and I need to collect more parts just because the cost of engine parts is going up. Uh, the the back order on trying to get some parts, it's getting just outrageous right now, trying to be in line and waiting a week or two before you can get a part, when usually you could just go to the auto parts store and it'd be there. uh, Now that's just some of the maintenance things that you would do with your vehicles. Now we're looking at food, at supplies that we've discussed from 2020 that people need to get on board and to get with it. For instance, we're talking about the chickens now.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the chickens. We're only allowed 4 in the city. If you live in the city, depending on your county, that would determine on your uh, code enforcement if you're
Yes.
allowed to have however many.
Mm-hmm.
Because where my mom lives and Dora's mom lives, it's unlimited.
Yeah. You can have unlimited chickens and ducks, I believe.
You
Now-
can even have goats.
Yes, you could have goats.
The only thing you couldn't have was pigs.
Yeah.
So I looked that up. So they can have that in their backyard.
Yeah, in the city.
In the city. So think about it. If you live in the county and you haven't started gardening, you haven't started getting chickens, you haven't started doing that. I mean, just we're going to share some videos with you, some articles and some things like that, so you can see what we're talking about. I highly advise you that get ready, because this is planned.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I just looked at, there was another plane crash. This is getting ridiculous now. Another plane crash, and that was in Brazil. And it's like a daily now. Plane crashes, planes catching on fire, trains catching on fire. Did you see that train that caught on fire with 300 and some passengers? I mean, just think about it. So let's get straight to it, because I know this is Sunday, and I know this is not your typical message, but I believe this is something that the Lord wants everybody to get ready and get ready for this, because this is coming. So let me get started, and let me share something funny before we get to it. Which one should we show? Usually we name them funny. I didn't name them funny, so I don't know which one's funny. Okay, well, I don't know if this one's funny or not, but let me go ahead and show you number 2. And you give me number 2. In fact, this is something that my wife always says, that she don't want nothing flying or any bugs around because of this specific reason right here.
Bugs in my house, no.
And if you know anything about it, some people usually get a cone and light it on fire, and all that smoke is supposed to get something out as well. But look at this. Just, I know there's going to be some foul language, but just watch this.
Why do you think it's going to bubble? Because it bubbles when you put it on blood.
No, it bubbles when you put it on earwax.
It does?
Yep.
Ah, shit, that's cold.
No, see, yeah, it came out. I told you.
What came out?
It's a fucking spider.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
It's
look.
a spider? Oh, my God.
Imagine that. And you may say they may be dirty. Well, just think about it. You're asleep. And that's a tiny spider and crawls up. I don't know if it could crawl in me because I'm just such a light sleeper that I will feel and hear everything. I won't hear the spider walking, of course, but I definitely feel it.
Definitely.
That's just
yeah.
downright nasty. I mean, I'm sure that lady was in pain and felt something in there. So, of course, it comes out, and there you go. The spider crawls out, and that's just nasty.
That just gets me.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
now, let me share something. If you can give me number one before we get into what we're going to discuss. And this is another thing that here in, I'll tell you where we live, Midland, Texas. It is one of the worst drivers here. It's like these people come from all over, all in every different state. So they drive like they do in their states, or they drive worse. And they come here in the oil field, and we have a lot of trucks. And of course, this is a pursuit, but just listen to this lady and look what happens at the end.
Might be in this car, just so you know. Billy, that my brother's gun might be in this car, just so you know. And if it is, it's in the trunk. Right up into that bin. And my sister might have something in there as well.
Hey! Stop! Varsity, she stopped in traffic. She may have wrecked. She did. She wrecked out, Varsity. Smoking 1016. Ma'am, stay still. Stay still. Stay still.
Lay your head on that. Lay your head on that. Don't move.
I thought she run over
Don't
me.
move.
Why did she?
What? Can I call my girlfriend to get
No. Can you call your girlfriend to what?
to get the car?
The car. Ma'am, your car's in two pieces.
You don't even have back tires on. The back tires are stuck under that truck right there.
Why?
Because you hit it. You were in a really bad accident.
I wasn't driving.
Just her saying that, can you call my girlfriend and come pick up the car? Lady, the car's not drivable. I wasn't driving. I mean, that tells you a lot, but look at that. That is just something else. Just see that car accident. The car split in half. She's on the other side of the truck. That's just one of those things that you look at and you say, how did that happen?
Yeah.
How could that possibly happen? So, again, but the sad part is we actually do see some of these here in Midland where the vehicles are underneath the 18-wheelers on fire. It just gets bad. But here we go. Let me get to some of this because these are the things that you're going to need. Oh, before I get into that, let's go ahead and, if you can give me number 6. Let's go ahead and discuss what we're here for. Because there are planned shortages. There are planned chaos. This is part of the chaos. And in fact, there's a video on my Facebook on our Facebook that we shared. I should have pulled that one up for you as well. And I didn't think about that one. Where people are actually fighting over eggs. And they're fighting over, I don't know if it was Costco or Sam's. But we'll go ahead and play this one here.
Tonight, the drama over the country's egg crisis reaching new heights. This video showing the brazen robbery of a cafe in Western Seattle by so-called breakfast bandits making off with 3 cases of eggs.
I really think they planned ahead. This can be like, let's rob the eggs.
Seattle police now asking for the public's help to crack this case. And in Pennsylvania,
I don't know how someone would be able to do that.
Authorities still searching for those behind the theft of 100,000 eggs from a processing plant last week. Some grocery stores left with none on the shelves, and national chain Trader Joe's now limiting shoppers to just 1 dozen a day. TikTok videos showing Costco customers across the country desperate to buy in bulk, all as the spread of bird flu ravages the nation's egg supply. According to the CDC, more than 156 million poultry birds have been affected by H5N1, or avian flu, across the U.S. since the start of 2022. More than 20 outbreaks detected during the first 5 days of this month. The USDA reporting the average price across the country now more than $7 a dozen. In South Florida, backyard chicken farmer Tracy Swade's hobby has become a business.
And without a shadow of a doubt, you will sell out today.
Oh, we will sell it probably before lunch.
Customers here with no other option.
I actually went to Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, Publix. There's no eggs anywhere.
At Swait's home, dozens of chickens are pumping out the prized protein.
If you want to buy your girlfriend something expensive this year, Valentine's Day, get her eggs.
Some deciding to create their own supply. Rent the Chicken helps facilitate backyard chicken coops for homeowners.
We're super busy. Phones are ringing. Our online inquiry form is filling up quickly.
As Americans scramble to find creative ways to solve a problem that won't be over easy. George Solis, NBC News, Southwest Ranch.
So think about it. Who is out there testing chickens for sickness?
Right.
Are they intentionally going to these mega farms and testing one chicken and saying, okay, this chicken has this without no proof, and now let's kill off 1 million chickens? And the process continues. When have we heard this stuff at this magnitude that they're pushing? I mean, these are questions, legit questions that we have to ask. Why are you killing 1 million chickens because of one of them sick? I heard this farmer that has an indoor chicken farm. Indoor. Nobody goes in except workers. He's never had any issues. No flu, so-called, none of that. And he refuses to have anybody go in there to do that, to do any testing, to do any of that stuff. No, you're staying out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, just think about it.
Which is very smart of that farmer because, he doesn't even let the press, he doesn't let nobody, just like Ray said, just the workers in and out of that facility. And he's like, I don't have any issues.
Yeah, he used to have tours to go in there that people wanted to go to tours. He also had, like Doris said, that he had the media, but he said the media's not going to go in there now because of this nonsense that's going on. He's not going to allow them to kill off millions of his chickens. It's planned, people. This is chaos planned. So what happens whenever this happens? You saw the video of those people. I wish we could show it on our Facebook. We had that video showing you these people are fighting in line. And they have this mega cart stacked up with eggs. It's literally impossible to eat that many eggs or even store them.
Yes.
Where are you going to store that many eggs? You don't have a refrigerator unless you have a mega refrigerator that you can store that many eggs. And they had that there. And they're fighting a clerk because they're wanting to purchase all these eggs. And this is what's happening. It's planned chaos because what happens when people are hungry? People are fearful. People are panicking. They don't think right. They don't think straight.
Right. And it's really, it is a shortage worldwide, as in because they're getting rid of the chickens, they're killing off the chickens. But when you go to the grocery store, there's eggs there. So it's like there's not a shortage right yet at the grocery store, but yet people are in panic mode. Buying up all these eggs when now the people the store owners have to limit you because you're like outrageous, and I mean, look at that.
You're going in panic mode.
Yeah.
Well, we're not even in that time frame where people are starving.
Exactly.
We're not even there. We're not even close to being there yet. And this is what people are doing, panic buying. They're running with fear. They see what's happening, but they're going about their business in the wrong way. Here's another question. Think about this. If people are doing this, then it goes to show you that they are not prepared. They don't have enough food at home. They're not stocked up enough. They don't have any backyard chickens.
Yes.
They don't have in their own household able to produce food for themselves.
That's right.
They're relying on going to the grocery store and purchasing food whenever they want, whenever they need to. And this is the result right here.
Yes.
This is a perfect example of why we say we have to prepare, because you don't want to be around those people.
Yeah.
We don't want to be at the grocery store when this is happening. No. Because you might say, well, are you a little afraid? No, you think about it. Any of those could pull out guns and start shooting, and bullets are going to fly everywhere, and innocent people are going to get hit because of stupidity like this.
Yes.
It's plain and simple. So we have to prepare. We have to get ready. If you don't have chickens at home, you may say, well, I live in an apartment. That's going to be a little more difficult in an apartment, but you might want to check and see what rules or what they have. You may even have family members that have a house that you may say, can I buy some chickens and put them in the backyard? I'll go take care of them. Once a day, I'll go check on the eggs. once a week, I'll go clean the chicken coop. I'll do whatever it needs, and I'll take care of that. And you may have family like that you can do.
Yeah, and if that's something that's you're thinking about, you got to get a hold of your place right now, because that area, Tractor Supply sells the chicks, other areas that sell the chicks, they're going to get bombarded big time right now because of this situation.
Mm-hmm. If you can give me number 7. Now, again, we've been saying that this is planned. They're going to do this through this video where they are discussing this. They're talking it. Just keep in mind, they did this before. They did it in 2020. They kept pushing an agenda on the news media 24/7, 7 days a week, until people got that in their mindset that this is dangerous, this is awful, this is bad. And I'm going to show you another video where I'll show you that was all planned. Go ahead.
Across the country, classrooms sit empty, schools shut down, with administrators from Texas to Tennessee, Oklahoma to Ohio citing a surge in the flu. One district near Louisville going remote for 3 days, telling parents more than 1,700 students and 200 staff members were absent due to illness Monday. Photos showing masked maintenance workers deep cleaning classrooms near Cleveland.
Have you seen schools closed due to the flu before?
No.
Outside Cincinnati, Superintendent Kelly Spivey shuttered Edgewood City schools for the week yesterday.
We're seeing the influenza strand A. We're seeing the RSV, pneumonia, strep throat.
All of it.
All of it. And at a high rate. COVID as well.
The CDC says at least 250,000 Americans have been hospitalized with the flu this season. 11,000 have died. This late season surge catching New Jersey mom of 3, Gabrielle Heimerling, off guard.
I am surprised that 2 of my kids went down that fast. We haven't had the flu in this house for years.
These numbers don't surprise you.
No.
Doctors at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus point out flu infections are still rebounding post-pandemic, while vaccination rates among kids fall, plummeting nearly 14% in 5 years.
We have to do better. And it's a hard time right now when it comes to vaccines. We know that, but we know they matter.
Maggie Vespa, NBC News.
Thanks for watching.
If you can give me number 4 ready. I'll call bull on that, doctor. And this is the reason why. Let me show you this other video. I'm telling you, what is the reason behind that much sickness? Is it the jab that they ended up doing in 2020? Mm-hmm. Another question is it really that bad, or is it something that they're pushing, again, the agenda? How convenient that now that you have Trump back in, that they're going to start doing this nonsense again that they did when he was there.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions that need to be asked and a lot of red flags, because they pushed, the jabs, for all of the school kids. Now you gotta have certain, certain shots and everything done before you even go into the school. So everything's getting pushed. So you're gonna have to question: is this what's making the kids sick now? Mm-hmm. I mean, there's got to be questions.
Yeah. Go ahead and play this one.
They follow the $1. So, they follow the did not push the vaccine. You were told if you had pushed the vaccine for your patients, say you had pushed 6,000 people who were your patients at that time to get the COVID vaccine, what would have been the income to you?
Yeah, so Blue Cross Blue Shield had an incentive program to get doctors to administer these shots. And under that incentive program, if I had vaccinated the 6,000 patients that I treated for COVID, I would have made $1.5 million.
So, the follow the money thing is just, it's staggering. So,
Say that again. So,
the follow the
right.
You were told if you had pushed the vaccine for your patients, say you had pushed 6,000 people who were your patients at that time to get the COVID vaccine, what would have been the income to you?
Yeah, so Blue Cross Blue Shield had an incentive program to get doctors to administer these shots. And under that incentive program, if I had vaccinated the 6,000 patients that I treated for COVID, I would have made $1.5 million.
So, I mean, the follow the money thing is just, it's staggering. So,
It goes back to that Bible verse. The love of money is the root of all evil. Just think about that. Because that is evil.
Yes.
That you're willing to put this into your patient. You being the doctor that the people trust, that say you know better than we do because you went to medical school, you know how to treat the body, you're here to protect us, you're here to help us, you're here to get sickness out. This is what you're here for. But now you see, it's not that. It's to make millions of dollars, to have the mansion, to have the sports cars, to have whatever. And this is how you break the trust for money. I told you, this is all planned. We said it in 2020 that don't take this stuff. Don't put this in your body. It's not tested. There's natural remedies, and we all are responsible for looking them up to see what happens.
Yes.
Which ones work? I mean, looking up. If you can give me number 5. This is just one, but honey is used for everything. Honey is one of those natural remedies for your throat, for sickness. It mixes with other ingredients. I mean,
right.
Dora does a certain what do you call it?
It's like a symptom preventative. It's honey, with garlic, and it's when you look up natural remedies, that's the first thing that pops up is honey with garlic. Honey, you implement the honey in there because and by all the best is unfiltered raw honey, because you can get honey in any type of form, but if you go and you get yourself some raw honey, that's the best, to be able to get anything preventative wise, because you can take this daily as a preventative. Now, again, we're not doctors.
Yeah.
We're not doctors. Just want to disclose that. This is just something that works for us, and we have it daily. Some of us are good about taking it very daily, and others not. But
I don't take it daily. I want to take it when I need it.
Yes.
Dora takes it daily. But Dora, we have to say we're not doctors, because there's always going to be somebody that says, "Well, we're going to sue you because you said you could do that." No, we're not doctors. We're just telling you this is natural. And in fact, this is what's sad about it. Even the natural doctors can't claim to be doctors.
That's right.
Which is sad, because of course the government doesn't want them to tell you how to heal your body without all these prescriptions, all these pills, and all these jabs.
That's right.
I'm telling you, if you can give us a thumbs up, share our videos, because we are being censored like never before. I mean, it's like stuff like this, it won't be out. They'll censor this on Facebook. They'll censor this on YouTube, on social media. We've seen it before, because we'll have one video that shows 500 views, and then we'll have the video from AI and the Great Tribulation. It shows 10, 15 views.
When we know
it's being viewed.
Yeah.
But it's being censored. It's being blocked. Just like this video is going to be blocked. Why? Because natural medicines. Because it's showing you that the plant chaos, the plant shortages. So here's one. Get some honey.
Yes.
And here's some ingredients. Now, again, we're not doctors, but when you are not having a hospital that's open nearby, because out here there's some hospitals that are closing as well.
Yes.
So think about that.
Which that's that is just mind-boggling. How a hospital is closing, and you're like, wow, that's just.
So let me show you. You can give me number 8 if you haven't seen this already. But again, this is what it's going to start. You're going to start seeing this more. It's going to become normal, which is. But there's a lot of people that have mental issues out there. There are. There's a lot of people that just are full of hate out there right now. And there's some people that are just in pain and hurting. So I want you to watch this here.
O loving mother of us all, you know our wants, our troubles, and our sufferings.
all right. Just calm down. It's okay. Buddy. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right.
Someone get the security guard.
Somebody get out of here.
Do you know who did it? Yeah, go ahead. He assaulted.
Thanks for coming help. Oh, jeez. I didn't know that. Did he punch you in the face? He tried. Okay. You're right, David. Yep. I'm still shaking.
Again, this is just me, but it would have been awesome if that priest was a boxer and he just went to town. That's just me, but somebody probably said that's mean. Well, think about that when somebody comes and tries to punch you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, the sad part is that security, I don't know where he was at, unless he was in the front door, but there should be more security nearby in the front, because that was very slow reaction.
I believe, I mean, at least in that room.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, where you're having your service, it
Well,
should be.
Well, some places it's such a big church they only have one police officer, security guard, whichever one they're hiring, and they have just one for the entire building, which is hard to cover. I mean, but there it is. You're going to see more of that, which is the sad part. That's what it's coming to.
Yeah.
So people are always saying is that you got to plan. You got to take care of your family. You should be already prepped. But prepping doesn't it doesn't stop.
No, it's a life choice, you know, because you're going through your supply, so you're constantly prepping. Now, when we started, you know, years ago doing this, now, you know, we're seeing, you know, the pinch of having to pay a little bit extra for what you've already, you know, you started to prep, that you're used to already. Well, you know, this is the supply that I need. Well, now we're seeing that we're having to pay extra for it, but you know, we have our backup. It's not like, oh, okay, well now I'm going to pay top dollar for, you know, a bag of flour that, you know, I should have done many years ago. But again, if that is you, you know, you can't get away from that anymore. I mean,
if you don't do it now,
yes,
it's going to continue to go up.
It's going to keep continuing to go up.
So it doesn't matter whether you say, well, I'm not going to do it. No, if you don't do it now, next week that price is going to be higher. Just like Dora just went to go get just a couple of supplies, $160.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't anything. I was talking that with my coworker, and he's like, yeah, it's getting ridiculous purchasing things just because how expensive everything's getting.
Yes, because, you know, we buy our meat product, you know, off of farmers, and, you know, nice clean meat. But so that's not even meat related.
Yeah, we're not buying any meat. So let me give you this one, number 3. It's not working. It was removed. Oh, wow. Yeah, if you can give me the new one, then give me the new one there. Number 3 was going to be Dora.
I've been removed.
Yeah. So.
Oh, well, yeah, I see why. I'm like, why would that be me?
I'll give you another one then, but yeah. But that would have been a perfect example of Dora, and I keep telling Dora, how much longer are you going to shake that bottle?
I'm a shaker. I like to shake everything, and sometimes I just.
She can get tea, and then she'll just be like this before she drinks it. I'm like, there's nothing to shake. It's there.
Sometimes that gets me in trouble.
Yeah. So that one that I was going to show you would have been a good one, because that would have happened to Dora. But let me share this one with you. Go Oh, we're gonna have to silence some music because so it'll be silent.
And this is a game that me and Ray could not play.
I wouldn't play that just
No.
because I would probably have that reflex that that guy is having right there. That baby food doesn't taste good. So it won't taste. It won't taste good for me. I'd be doing those gag reflexes, and I'd be shaking my head no, and Darby said, "Nope, you're gonna keep going. This is my chance.
This is my chance.
My chance to make you gag, and hopefully you throw up." And as you can see, that guy is shaking his head. No, he can't take it no more. And you look at his face.
Yeah, because these games, they get the worst tasting, food ever. It's like,
that's probably peas or
no, it has to be maybe beets or
beets,
something.
or it's got to be something nasty.
Spinach.
And then she's trying to dump it in there. I'm like, oh my. I'll be like, we're gonna take turns. You do it now, and then let me. But yeah, that's nasty. But I just thought that was pretty bad. I couldn't do that game, so I passed. Yeah, just his eyes closed and his face and his just gag reflexes.
Like, nope, not having it.
But they were playing that video all day long, showing him, look at you, look at you.
That is funny.
So guys, it's not for us to be fearful, but it's for us to prep as best as we can for our families. Because when this happens and you see the shortages or you see a store closing near you that doesn't have the supplies for you anymore, and you're able to produce, whether it's gardening, whether it's your livestock, whether it's eggs, and you're able to sell eggs to offset the cost for whether it's feeding the chickens or even to bring extra income because of the eggs costing $10 a dozen. Now it brings you extra income for your household.
That's right.
So we have to look at that. So we just wanted to bring this to you so you can get ready and get prepared and not be fearful, but just understand what is happening.
That's right.
So
that's right. Okay, guys, want to remind you to put on your armor. You can find that in Ephesians 6:10-18. Very important to know and to understand how to do that. Also, there is our for you to subscribe to our other platforms there. You can also follow us and also share.
It almost felt like girl was saying, so you can supply us supply.
That almost did come out because we were talking about supplies. Well, you can see what's there on the screen. Our email there also, so you can get a hold of us if you would like to.
Well, that shows you that this is not pre-recorded.
No, it's not.
It's not pre-script. This is just
nothing. Yeah.
This is just
raw,
us.
very raw.
So, guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. We will see you on Monday.
Yes.